I saw him coming in.
And that's because he's on Bill's way.
Yeah,
I was like looking at the this way from here.
And he went behind.
On my right side when he gave me my back, and he only 6 feet.
Hey there, Andrew, C1D Paintball. And this video is shot at Warzone Paintball in Rigo. And it is on the market map. Now, first video of the Down But Not Out series being released, at least being recorded. And it's quite a video. Made over 200 videos, paintball videos, as I record this. Actually, it's closer to 240, but there's a whole bunch of things there. Never seen anything like this happen before, and it's a good thing. So do watch it to the end. Here's the context. First 3 games of the day, and it's 14 versus 14 this game. Each team has about 9 veterans, skilled veterans, and the other 5 players on each team as a group of rentals, a party of rentals came in. Some have a little bit of experience, there's a couple of total noobs on each team, but generally experienced teams. First 3 games of the day, Connor and I are playing on the same team. We lose all 3 games. One of them was pretty close, but the other 2 were not really that close. All played in the market map, and we all went inside the middle of the field being aggressive, and we got beat each time, even when, and on this battle you're about to see, we spawn in the White House, on the White House side, which you gotta get across the street in this one. We were doing everything like we should, getting across the street, and when we were on the other side, getting to the middle, we just couldn't get a leg up on the other team. So Connor and I are gonna do something different, the strategy when we attack this time out on it. And I'm gonna wait to explain what that strategy is, what that strategy is, that's what I should have said from the start, as the video progresses. And you'll kind of see why as we go along. Do watch this. I emphasize you share this video because I think it's pretty cool. It's something you don't see at the field every day. And you know what? If I'm talking about, it's something you don't see, show it to other people, let's get to the part that makes people want to watch this or even watch it again.
Whoa, fuck!
All right, I'm out. Imagine that. I'm out of the game early. Now let me explain how I got knocked out, by the way. I'm in my spot on the right, and as usual, I'm gonna use my mouth. I'm gonna call things out. His teammate of mine, just on the other side of the road, he asks where I see an enemy. And I go with my hand to point out. Hey, look in slow-mo, you see here, my eyes are closed because I'm getting a shot off my finger. And we progress. There I am looking at my finger thinking, yeah, this is really early for me to get knocked out. But there you go, I've been knocked out. This is the part where I actually talk the strategy. And the whole game changes from here, by the way. So I've kind of faded out to interlude music, and when the game action starts up, I'm gonna have new background music, unlike the first little section we had of the game, because it's that different. The strategy behind this one, as I mentioned at the start of the video, Connor and I with our team had been going in the middle, going head to head, doing real CQB against the other team, but they'd come out on top the first 3 games. One game was pretty close, but otherwise we were kind of getting it handed to us. So we're gonna take the approach, Connor and I'm gonna go on the west side at the earthworks little call out area. Connor's gonna go on the block here on the east side. So Connor's gonna take care of the east side, especially the east road. He's got an angle all the way in the middle here so he can see what's going on in the middle. And me on the right side, I can take care of the right side. I don't have a road in front of me the way Connor does, but I've got a view similar to what Connor has. I've got his mirrored view there that I'm supposed to do my thing because the other team's killing us closely. We want to do something different. They've been giving us some wide flanks. So by Connor and I staying back a bit, wide flank, we can counter that. And also, I mentioned before, and if you've seen other videos, when you're spawning at White House, you got to get across that road. And we did the last game. We played on this side. And we still didn't win. So by Connor and I going back here, we're doing something different. We still got the bulk of our team going in. But we got something different. We're back here. We're going to try to stop a flank. Maybe long ball them. Throw a wrench because they're close to owning us the first 3 games. Title of this series is Down But Not Out. We're not totally out of it, but we got to do something drastic to change things up. So we've taken this approach. But, of course, I've already been knocked out. So Connor's back here. I'm not on the other side. And it's looking like it's going to go like the first 3 games where they own us here. But Connor's not going to back down. Now, there's going to be a lot of kills going on. So you're going to see that always pops up when the person in the camera like gets somebody. And there's also, you're going to see this little graphic pop up. Little pop there. So when a teammate in Connor's view of his camera gets knocked out, it's going to pop up there to remind you. The reason why I put this is, you got to understand, like, we always play for fun, but Connor's mindset in this, so we got to do something different. We're losing all our games. I'm going to go back here with my dad on the other side, and we're going to try to mix it up. But I'm out right away. He's back here at a spot that traditionally he shouldn't be at. It's not a great spot. We lost all these games. He's going to watch as his teammates kind of stream off. So try to think what's going on in his head. But meanwhile, well, you're going to see how he reacts and how he performs in this game, which is definitely worth watching. So let's keep it going, man.
Hit!
So there's 2 big guns on the other team, so to speak. They got a lot of good players. They got probably 4 or 5 guys that's like, oh my God, they're really good. But the 2 best players on their team, got to watch out for. Well, Connor's got one of them lined up here. So we're taking all these chances. Connor doesn't know I'm out yet. But in his head, lining this guy up, he's probably feeling the positive vibes. Now, Connor takes Jonathan out. Jonathan is a friend of ours. He's been in a lot of videos. We played a few different days and games with him. And him and Connor have a rivalry. I'm going to get you out. I'm going to get you out. So after Connor takes him out here, he's going to mention that he got him out. Not a rude taunting, but a friendly taunt with somebody we know. Now, I'll actually walk by Connor as I retreat off the field. So news to Connor that I'm out. But Connor just tells me, yeah, I got Jonathan out. And honestly, the trade out of that, Jonathan's a much better player. We'll take that trade out any old time.
Hey, I got you! I got Jonathan. Okay.
So you're going to see Connor fire at this enemy who's charging up to the right, guy with pistols. And actually from my camera, my POV camera, because I'm standing at the sidelines being knocked out, you've got a really good view of him. Connor fires a few shots at him. A couple bounce, well, hit him in the chest. They will bounce. 2 refs in this game. Both really good. The one ref in particular, one Sam, I think he's the head ref there. He's always the ref when we're there on Saturdays. Great ref. This other guy, unfortunately, his name escapes me. But that other guy, that second guy, he was kind of in charge of this. Really good. When people were hit, he called it. He was running around the field. He's cool. Speaking of running around, when this guy got hit, Connor's like calling, you know, hit him in the chest. So the ref's going to check it out to make sure everything's okay, to make sure everything is fair.
Yeah, I hit you! I hit you, get it? Okay. Bro, check your chest! He's just allowed to run back when you're there! I know, but I couldn't shoot him because you're in the way, and then he ran away, that's all.
So the ref does his job, and what happens in this little interaction is while the ref walks up to check that player that got hit in the chest, he's looking at him, but the way he's positioned is that ref is between Connor and that other guy. So I don't know if it's on purpose or not. I mean, the guy, when it's like, no, you haven't been hit, he obviously is going to retreat. And from Connor's angle, it's kind of a drag. It's like, oh, had I known he wasn't hit, I would have hit him again. So he's going to talk to the ref saying, you're caught in the middle. Connor's kind of thinking out loud. He's not giving hell to the ref, like, hey, you're standing in the way. He's just kind of thinking out loud. Kind of a bit of a pain because that's one of the good players on the other team. So ref doing his job. Connor's just thinking out loud, not criticizing him, but these things happen. Once again, I cannot overemphasize. Great refs at this field. And this ref, really active all over the field, making sure people that were out called themselves out. He called them out for him when he saw the break, and just like in this case, he checked out what was going on with this one guy. Ref kind of covered him when he was going back, but it's just, you know, hey, you got people at all corners of the field. When you go up in front of a player like this, things like that happen.
C'est correct. No, it's because you were standing in front of him as he ran away. So, no, but it's okay, c'est correct.
So Connor gets back to hitting people, and he hits the birthday boy of the rental party that walked in, a walk-in rental party. And he's right in front of me, so I get this angle of the birthday boy in his nice white suit getting knocked out at the hot corner. Now the hot corner is where Jonathan also got knocked out. Why is it hot? A lot of action there, usually favoring whoever's got control of that, which of course is the enemy team. But Jonathan and now birthday boy have been knocked out there.
Just hand up high. Oh.
So after getting the birthday boy out, Connor checks right, then he checks left again, another player at the hot corner. I'm still there, so I capture it again on my camera because yeah, he's knocked out. Now at this point of the game, I'm going to turn my camera off because usually every 4 games I have to take the battery out. And it's been 4 games, plus I want to get a better view. When I go to the dead box, there's the seats for everybody. Goes, you can stand up and view from the mesh thing there. And I see what's going down here. I mean, it's not looking good for our team. We're losing some players and everything. But Connor's got a few players, and it's like, hey, this one's going to be interesting. So you won't have my camera angle, but you'll have Connor's, which is important. And one of the reasons why I not only after every 4 games do I swap batteries, but it gets hot, and you can get fogging around the exterior of the view. Look at Connor's camera here, his view. You see this kind of fog on the outside? There's been 4 games. I held up 3. It's 4 games. They've been going a bit long. It's about 27 degrees of humidity. It's a sweaty day. Is the play sweaty? That term sweaty? A little bit, in a respectful way. So you got all that fog around Connor's camera. That's one of the reasons why I turn off mine. But anyway, so the rest of this is from Connor's point of view, which, I mean, face it, I'm knocked out. That's where the action's coming from, right? And as we go back into the game, Connor's going to look down the road here. He's going to take another player out. So Connor freezes out an enemy player who ran at him from a big flank on the east. Now Connor previously was looking in the middle to his right. Had he paid attention for another second or two to the right, that player coming around would have got him. But he didn't. He's out. And speaking of out, right before that guy did that flank, one of Connor's teammates, my team too, he walked out. Connor takes that guy out who's trying to flank him with a freeze, and in a couple of seconds, another one of our players gets knocked out in front of him. That's the reason why I wanted to pop out. I want you to notice that all this is happening. And when you're playing on the field, it can go with your emotions, like, oh, we lost another guy. Oh, got this guy. Oh, we lost another guy. It just gets your heart pumping. The guys that have been in this situation before, I know you can relate.
Freeze! Yeah, I know, but there's just too many spots, okay? Hey, your hat! It broke! There's one on the left.
Now I mentioned the other team had two big guys, we had to watch out for. Well, I'm out, so Connor has to watch out for. Connor already took out Jonathan. The second one, he's right here, he's at the hot corner. And Connor mentions the guy on the left, that is the guy, he is the big guy. Now, when his magazines run out, his air tank, his tank is making the rumbling noise. And but when he switches out a mag, he's back into it. But he's kind of drawing the attention of Connor there. Now, one thing in my head is usually when that makes marker makes that noise, it's because the tank's empty. In this case, it's just the way his marker is with the mags. And I see this really good guy, and I know that, you know what, Connor's having a good run right now. This is a big challenge. I wish I could just yell at him. He's right to my right there, Connor. You know, hey, you got the big gun there. But I can't. Now, as the game does start up again, a couple things. First of all, there's a newbie next to Connor that you'll hear him talk back and forth. The guy who's totally new, it's his first day. Despite the fact that Connor's like really intense here in a firefight, he's still communicating with new players, helping him out. Before that, as it restarts, Connor will kind of check his marker because he briefly starts to call out hit, but it hit his marker, or it splashed his marker. It doesn't matter if it hit or splashed, because even if it hit the marker, he's not out, because marker hits don't count on this field. And the ref actually, when Connor goes, he's about to say, he goes like, hey, no, I'm good. The ref actually says, you're good. But you'll see lots of splash from now on, Connor in this position, from that really good player ahead of him, because it's going down.
No. Just watch the left. He's super close up. Hey, on your back, yeah. He's still there, he's just looking at me.
So this is one of the best shots Connor made all of this game, probably the whole day. You got an enemy here. It's a female player on the other side. Good player, by the way. In the middle here on this doubled up barrier, so too high, they have a good angle on where Connor is. Connor threads the needle. Just the player's head, the enemy's head, just peers out there. Connor nails him. Big, big hit. So great shot, and Connor's still in the game.
She's hit, stop! Bro, you've been shooting at me all game?
Now, a few seconds before I pause it here, you saw that Connor got another kill. You might be wondering how the hell did that happen? Now, when the player ran by this barrier, he was in this open area briefly. Connor didn't have him lined up. But as the player got behind the barrier, he kind of straightened up and his head popped up. So, that his head pops up. Connor fixes his marker. You see, as he missed it, he kind of just went up a bit. And as that guy straightens out, his head comes up and Connor takes him out with that one. Now, Connor shortly is going to remind whoever's left on his team that player's to his left, that really good player. Part of it he's calling out to let whatever teammates are left know. Part of it, though, because he says it loud enough, is let that player knows, and that let him know Connor's not forgotten about him. In fact, we're going to have some good-hearted chirping here Connor's going to do to that good player. Trying to maybe get under his skin, trying to maybe get him to make a mistake. So chirp away.
Hey, there's one close left! Bro, you've been there all game. Shoot me. I dare you. No, you're good, you're good. No, sit there. Yo, is it almost game? I'm out. If you need a crest. Oh, man.
When Connor asks the ref how much time is left, the game nearly over, he kind of moans when the ref, like, nope, going on. And this isn't a ploy. Connor's like, oh, I'm running out. It's running low on balls. Got that adrenaline because he's on a roll here, right? But again, he's under fire. We lost every game. It's not in great position. So not a psychological thing that he's going to play like, oh, I'm out of ammo to get that guy out. He is, he's focused and everything, but little psychological break here for a second. Like, he's in it tough and he knows, but he's not giving up. Now, just before this break, I paused. Right before. That good player ahead of Connor there in the hot corner. His airline starts rattling again. Now, Connor on his own has figured out that, he hears that, but the guy keeps still is there. Isn't knocked out. But he's going to take advantage and run from his current position. Get out of there. Because obviously there's some adjustment that player has to do to his airline to stay in. Now, for any of you watching this thinking like, well, Connor's camping in this spot. He's not camping in this spot. It's not a great spot. You can see that when you commit to, when he was looking at the right the one time, he almost got flanked on the left. He can get totally flanked from around on the right side. This is not a great position. You have to know how to play it. You have to have a bit of luck too with things. You got to have some skill. You got to know how to play it. You got to have some luck. So I just want you guys to know, him staying here up to this point in the game is not because it's an OP spot. It's because it's a spot he thinks that can help us because he's capable of playing it. But if you still think he's camping, well, he's going to move here. And despite the fact he's got all these kills to his credit, he's just not bowing out early and he's just not going to sit back.
Let me pass in le dernier est dans le milieu. Il y a un carré là-bas et la personne à gauche, son marqueur est brisé.
Now, it's just Connor and this rental, this new player, his first game playing. Connor's having a great game, but that doesn't mean he's going to stray away from one of the core values we have in our group. He's going to help this noob. He's going to tell him where the enemies are. He doesn't care the guy hasn't played before. He's going to use them to help, and in fact, that new player is going to throw some cover down the middle. And Connor's already pointed out there's a guy on the left, but he's having problems with his marker or whatever. He's not going to freak him out, tell him he's a star. He keeps getting back. He's going to mention there's a guy in the middle and that. Connor explains where he's going to go. This is how you communicate. Involve the other players. Get them in it. Make them confident. Use them to your advantage. Make them better.
Il ne fonctionne pas. Je ne sais pas. Ok. Je vais avancer à droite.
So here we are. Connor has their star player flanked at the hot corner. And by the way, I'm about here watching this. And I remember when I saw Connor leave his position before, when that star player was fixing his mag again, I noticed, I don't think he saw Connor move. But he's still a good player. So even though Connor's going around the flank, in my head, it's like, Connor, please take him out. Please take him out. And to the other player there in front of me, please don't notice he ran around. Well, Connor gets to jump on him, takes him out. And I'm like, wow, can't believe this. But it ain't over yet. So Connor's run along the west side of the map, and he's taken out another enemy player here, and he's running really low on bullets, by the way. But he takes this guy out, and as you can see, there's a guy we didn't know. He thought there was only 2 players left. There's another player. It's a new player. It's a walk-in player who's kind of tucked himself behind this barrier. So Connor's not going to waste a few shots and bunker him. He's going to freeze him. And that is going to end the game.
Game over.
Huh? Oh, merci.
So, yeah, that's a game. 12 of the 14 players on the other team are taken out by Connor. Now, there's skill, there's patience. Yeah, there's a little bit of luck involved too. He'll admit that. And honestly, sometimes when there's a couple guys that walked across his field of vision to the right, sometimes you choke on that. But he was in the zone. And, a lot of you probably watch a lot of different paintball videos. See a lot of guys usually with speedball markers can take out double digits of players. But there's only 14 per side here in a small field. This isn't a big game or whatever. Kudos to him. And he didn't go out doing this, I'm going to murder the other team. We were actually taking a very safe thing on this. And you can see when he gets back into the safe box, there's a proud dad there. Yeah, he's proud. There I am. Wish it was clearer. It's my rugged, handsome features on it. So just a hell of a game, taking those players out. I mean, it would have gotten to me. I can't imagine being in his position. Especially, and I'll mention again, all those guys streaming off in front of us. Like, man, I'm getting a lot of players, but am I the only one left? He had his whole side open and that. Just kudos, great game. And you know what, Connor? You've set the bar too high for yourself to repeat, I'd say. Not a lot, but a few times we've had people who are, local people who say, I always wanted to go to Warzone. I'm not too far away from it, or whatever field they see we're playing on the video. Watching your video, I decided to go to the field, which is a huge compliment. But now, Connor, if they come out because they watch this one, well, they're gunning for you. They're gunning for you. And all the guys that are local there, all our fellow members, they're going to be gunning for you. But that will not take away from this great 12K game of yours. Now, here's the thing. Remember we lost the first 3 games, so we switched things up. Try to win this one. We did win it, but it was this individual effort. How is the team going to do for the rest of the games? Are we going to wake up? I mean, outside of Connor, really wasn't a great game for us. Stay tuned. Those videos will come out. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you'll enjoy those ones. I enjoyed making this one. Remember, you don't have to get 12. I mean, 12. I was gonna say you don't have to get 12 kills in a game to have fun, because I'm lucky to get that in a day playing 8 to 10 games. So honestly, it's all about going out there having fun, because at the end of the day, it's just a game. Multiple page script and multiple sips of coffee, not cups of coffee. I would have a problem with my heart if I had that. Probably do, but who knows.
Game over.